This is the Nine Biz Breakfast, Monday, April 7, 1986. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. Today, what's happening? Union Carbide plans to sell $1 billion in assets, including its headquarters site in Danbury, Connecticut. And the chemical company will cut 12 more jobs. Carbide, which has previously put its consumer products business up for sale, also announced that Ralston Purina would buy its battery operations for $1.4 billion. Carbide intends to remain as a tenant in its Danbury building. For Ralston Purina, the battery business represents a big jump for its present products, food to the animals and the people. But its leaders are confident for the new line and its great growth potential. More programs are planned for the 8mm video cassettes. Kodak and Sony will distribute movies in that format. Vice President Bush sought to clarify his position in oil prices. Mr. Bush, who was visiting the Persian Gulf region, said he meant told the studies that the high prices did not coincide with the best interests. On the United States, he also said that it could not specify where an ideal oil price would be. Last week, Mr. Bush had spoken about the negative effects of plummeting oil prices and called for stability. The statement was rightly seen as a diversion from the administration's stance favoring prices by the free market forces. Mexico's finance minister urged industrial nations to share the benefits of lower oil prices with tributary countries that produce oil. The Pacific Bank Lloyds Bank of Britain to make its $1.7 billion bid for Standard Chartered, which has 2,400 branches and also owns Union Bank in California.
He believes that is the distinctive.
Europe was called for the most disruptive factor in world trade by a senior administration official, including that Japan is no longer the top target of such concern. Sinclair Research, known for home computers, was sold to Stratton Electronics for $7.3 billion to $7.3 million. Sinclair, a British company, at one time was valued more than $197 million.
For another 13 minutes.
Petroleum prices rose to their highest level in 6 weeks as a strike-shut production in Norwegian oil fields. West Texas Intermediate closed at $14.30 a barrel in the open market. The stock market drop continued as the Dow Jones Industrial Average slipped by 3.71 points to 1,735.51. A rise in oil prices caused the Dow to drop as many as 21 points before late recovery lifted it. Volume slacked to 129.8 million shares. Long-term interest rates rose modestly, but the short-term rates were little changes to the credit market as the weekly auction of a treasury bills rates are substantially lower. The dollar closed mixed in the wake of a realignment of European currencies. Gold prices were up $4 to $339.50 in Europe. Cattle futures prices were moved sharply higher. A suspension of provisions to aid minority business was urged by a draft report by the Federal Civil Rights Commission. Thus set aside provisions to steer a portion of the federal money to companies owned by blacks, Hispanics, and people and women. Wall Street is bracing for bad news from Texas when banks there began reporting their first quarter results this week. The banks, which lent heavily to the energy sector, are expected to increase their loan loss reserve sharply. An emergency relief bill for the farm and energy banks is proposed by the administration, Treasury Secretary Baker, and regulators who are already moving to deal with that problem. Public service in the oil patch states are feeling the revenue pinch. The Pentagon should buy more ready-made items rather than placing special orders, a presidential commission said.
And inside here is an
quality of care will mean the key to survival for HMOs, according to G. Robert O'Brien at the Cigna Corporation, who thinks the health maintenance organization will seek for affiliations with insurance and hospital chains. Secrecy surrounds that the truth in the stocks for the S&P 500 index when the stock is put on the list. Its market price often leaps because some institutions try to maintain portfolios that match the index. That's my even announcement support for this, April 7, 1986 on a Monday. Peter said, have a good evening. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Good night. See you tomorrow.